Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's DJ Mo D here, coming to you again, coming to you right here on what you say, radio, YouTube channel. I don't know why. I don't know why I got a habit of touching the back of my head. I guess adjusting my hat every time I come on live. But anyway, that's not the point of while I'm videoing this one here. This one is about a post I made last night of Bitcoin, kind of giving the update of where it's at. I think last night it was around about 93, between 93 and $94,000 right now. As I'm doing this video here, it's sitting at $94,702. So again, it's come down quite a bit from the 99,000 that we hit Friday, this past Friday, November 22nd. And so again, I made a post, and somebody made a comment that I want to speak about. Not to down them or anything like that or what have you, but because I appreciate you guys putting in comments. That's what it's about, giving feedback, sharing opinions with each other, and helping each other grow, right? And so the comment was to the effect it was down to $92,000. Bitcoin was down to $92,000 at that time that the person looked at it, and then they just said Ponzi scheme. And so I didn't know how to interpret that or really to respond to it, because there was no more context put behind it. The fact that they actually looked at the price at the time, that tells me they are monitoring and they are observing Bitcoin. Now, if they're trying to say it's a Ponzi scheme right now, as far as it trying to get to $100,000, I don't know. That's all speculation on my part, and I'm not going to sit here and try to, you can't read a person's mind. So, I guess they should have gave a little bit more context to why they put Ponzi scheme. But I kind of want to address that, because if, let's just say hypothetically, Bitcoin is a Ponzi scheme, right? It has to be like one of the longest running Ponzi schemes ever in the history of finance, because Bitcoin was created and released back in 2009, January 2009, I think. And so here it is, what are we, 15 years later, and Bitcoin is still here. It's still relevant. It's gaining traction. It was created by an unknown person. I must say that. I like to say his name, Satoshi Nakamoto, is supposedly this person that nobody knows of that created Bitcoin. However, Bitcoin and the Bitcoin cycles run like every 4 years, right? So we were in crypto winter for the last 2-3 years, and now we're going into crypto summer, where everything is about to run like it always has. And so, as far as it being a Ponzi scheme, again, it has to be one of the longest running Ponzi schemes, because the Ponzi scheme is where people get in, right? They get into this, new investors get into this project, and the goal is for them to bring in more new investors, and then the old investors, at some point, once it builds up, that money builds up, the old investors take money out. And so once the old investors take money out, then you got the new investors that are kind of left holding the bag, because it's not real. The more money you take out of the scheme, the weaker the scheme gets, right? So the Ponzi scheme always needs new investors to come in, and also the old investors as well, to keep their money in, to keep the scheme going, right? That's kind of how it works. But here's my thing: if it were a Ponzi scheme, why would all of a sudden the institutions get involved? with Bitcoin. And when I say the institutions, I'm talking about BlackRock, the largest asset manager in the world. I think they manage like $13 trillion, $13 trillion in assets. Michael Saylor from MicroStrategies buying billions, not millions, but billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin. If it were a Ponzi scheme, why would Vanguard, get involved with Bitcoin all of a sudden? ARK, Kathy Wood, ARK Investments, Fidelity. Why would all these top institutions in the world get involved with Bitcoin or cryptocurrency if it were a Ponzi scheme? Doesn't make sense. It just doesn't add up. Now, here's the reality of it. It was the Bitcoin and crypto were created for us, the people, as a way to manage and control our destiny as far as finances go. That was the whole purpose and design of cryptocurrency. Institutions they fought against crypto for the longest because they wanted the dollar to remain in control. But eventually, here in the last couple of years, these institutions, like the ones I just mentioned, they've gotten on board and realized that this thing is real. Crypto is real, and crypto is here to stay. I keep saying it. Crypto is the future, and the future is now. So, if you get people out there you're going to have people out there that don't believe in it. There's been lots of things over time that we didn't believe in that came to pass and became true. Like, I'm pretty sure nobody thought the internet would be real. A lot of people thought EVs probably wouldn't be real. Artificial intelligence wouldn't be real. People probably thought that factories and warehouses would never be run by robots or AI or automation. And yet here we are, a lot of automation, AI, robots are taking and replacing us as people in jobs. So I say all this to say we got to have an open mind. We got to be open-minded when it comes to things in life, and especially in Bitcoin. Bitcoin, this thing is real. I'm telling y'all, it is real. I'm not here, and I said this before as well, I'm not here to sell you anything. If this was a Ponzi scheme, I would be trying to ask you for something. I would want something from you. I'm not asking you for anything. All I'm doing is giving you information, because information is power. Now, what you choose to do with that information is on you. And so, as far as it being a Ponzi scheme, there's no way this could be a Ponzi scheme. So I encourage you to do your research. If you're not a believer in cryptocurrency at all, do some research. Do your research on this stuff. Don't get left behind, because there will be a lot of you, sadly, that are going to get left behind when it comes to this crypto world. All right, so start doing some research. I'm going to keep putting out as much information as I can, because I love looking at this stuff, studying it. Again, I am a newbie on this. I don't claim to be a professional. I've only been doing this for 3-4 years. So I'm like, this is my first actual cycle of crypto. So I'm going to spread the information, because again, information is power, knowledge is power. And so I encourage you to take a look at the information, look at Bitcoin, look at cryptocurrency. And again, man, let's get to this bag. Let's get to the money. And y'all like, subscribe, comment, keep on commenting, give the comments so we can get conversations like this going and keep them going. Because the more we talk, the more we learn. So, all right, everybody, I'll be back later on with another one. Peace, I'm out. What you say?